You know, in health IT, patient data can feel like it's flowing in 1,000 different directions at once. It's chaotic. So today, we're going to build a simple but really powerful framework to bring some much-needed clarity to all that. Let's get started. So, have you ever left a meeting thinking, I nodded the whole time, but I still have no idea what data actually moved where? Yeah, if that hits home, you are definitely not alone. It is such a common point of frustration. My goal with this explainer is to give you a simple way to see the entire story without getting lost in a sea of acronyms. Hi, I'm Sony, and I'm here to be your health IT mentor. Look, I've spent over 20 years in the trenches, and my whole approach is practical and built on real-world scenarios. We're not just going to talk about standards. My goal is to help you start thinking like a senior integrator, so you can spot risks before they blow up, ask much sharper questions in those meetings, and really lead your projects with a new level of confidence. All right, to make all this real, let's trace a patient's journey. We'll call her Maria. Her story is going to be our high-level map. So Maria's journey kicks off with an encounter at a clinic. This gets captured in an electronic medical record, an EMR. You can just think of this as her digital chart for that one specific visit. From there, her primary care doctor places an order using a broader electronic health record, or EHR. The EHR is designed to pull together data from all her different providers. Now, for the imaging itself, that happens at a specialized center. They use what's called a PAC system, that's picture archiving and communication system, and the DICOM standard to manage the actual image files. A bit later, all this data needs to be discoverable by other doctors, right? That happens through a health information exchange, or HIE, which often uses modern standards like FHIR to make sharing easier. Of course, all of this is governed by strict privacy services to manage her consent. And finally, the results, the insights, they all feed back into her comprehensive care plan in the EHR. And that's how you build a complete longitudinal record of her care. Okay, that whole complex journey, we could actually break it down into just 7 critical signals. And this is going to be your new shared language for meetings. Okay, let's walk through them. Number 1, registration. This is the first fundamental signal. It simply says, Maria exists in this system, right here, right now. Number 2 is the order. This is the clear, unambiguous request. What needs to be done, for whom, and when. No confusion. Number 3, the work list. This means the request is now device ready. It's queued up for the imaging machine with no need for manual retyping. Number 4, images. The pixels themselves are captured, they're stored, and they are fully traceable back to that initial order. 5 is the report. The radiologist's findings, their conclusion, is created and securely linked back to that specific study. Number 6, discovery. This signal is what allows other authorized providers to find what matters across completely different systems, all while enforcing patient consent. And finally, number 7, decision. This is where insight turns into action. The information is used to make a clinical decision, and Maria's complete record gets updated. So, thinking about those 7 signals, I want you to think about your own projects for a second. Which of the 7 signals do you struggle to trace the most? Where does the trail seem to go cold? All right, now for the really crucial part. How do these signals actually show up in the data? Let's look at some common patterns you'll see in the wild. Okay, in the classic world of HL7, that registration signal, you're often going to see that as an ADT message. That stands for Admit, Discharge, Transfer. And the order signal, that typically shows up as an ORM message. Just being able to spot these 2 patterns is a huge first step in decoding the flow. Now, when we move to a more modern standard like FHIR, the pattern gets even more intuitive. That images signal we talked about, well, it maps directly to a FHIR resource called Imaging Study. Makes sense, right? And the report signal that goes with it, that's the diagnostic report resource. You can really see how the data structure itself starts to tell a clear story. So this framework is more than just theory. Let's talk about how you can use these signals as a powerful tool to spot project risks. And I mean, before they turn into 5-alarm fires. By tracing these 7 signals, you're essentially building a risk radar for your project. Think about it. Are you seeing patient identity mismatches or duplicates? That's a broken registration signal. What about orphan reports, reports that get disconnected from their original orders? Well, that's a clear failure in the connection between your images, report, and order signals. Or maybe your terminology codes, like SNOMED or LOINC, are drifting apart between systems. That's a classic problem with the order or report signal, where the true clinical meaning gets lost in translation. See, this is how you go from having these vague worries to having very specific, actionable conversations with your team. So today, you've gained a clean mental model to actually see where data lives and how it flows. And just as importantly, you have a shared language to talk about it. And believe me, that is the key to turning all that meeting chaos into genuine clarity. Ready to apply this to your own work? I've created a free Analyst Quick Start Pack just for you. It walks through this entire framework. The link to download it is right there in the description.